Welcome back. I got tongue-tied because as soon as I hit play, a shadow figure shot through that doorway. Weird things are happening in the last 15 minutes. I was sitting in my little chair right there and I was straightening my hair and putting makeup on. And never has this happened since I've been using that chair for a couple of months now. But I was sitting facing the mirror and then all of a sudden my chair spun all the way around by itself. My feet don't touch the floor. It spun, I was facing this way, and then I spun around where I was facing this way. I sat there a minute trying to focus to see if I've seen any souls or not. So I sat there and tried to focus my eyes in that area. I didn't see anything. But not once has it spun around like that. So I hope you guys are doing well today. I'm still struggling, but not as bad mentally. I feel like I need to get some kind of small job. I have started a GoFundMe for a scooter that I can't remember the price of it. It's almost $2,000. It's 1,000 something, I can't remember. And then there's a helmet that I wanted because this scooter goes speeds that match the highway speeds. And it doesn't matter if it was a slow one, I would still use a helmet. My sister was on a 10-speed bicycle in a bicycle race years ago, and she had a bicycle helmet on. And I don't know what happened, but she wrecked and hit her head and got a concussion. And she kept her helmet that was cracked. So, that says a lot. And 10 speeds, they go fast, but not as fast as a scooter. And so it makes you kind of stop and think a little bit. Do I need a helmet? Yes, you do. I lost track of my thought process there. So I started a GoFundMe because, as I've stated several times, I gave my daughter my Kia. And it's a good car. It's a 2018, and she needs it because her car is almost ready to go out. Sometimes when she's driving, the transmission will jerk, literally. I will not get in that car since hip surgery because it would really kill my hips, but it jerks. And she does like DoorDash. And so I said, here, take this car. And this one I got the Durango too. Now I don't have the Durango, so I'm carless. I have no vehicle. And I really don't want to take the Kia away from her, but I know she would give it back, but I don't want it back. But I'm thinking maybe I can work it out where I can have it 3 days a week. And that would be enough for the down payment on the scooter and monthly payments. And it would take no time for me to pay it off. Being in this house depresses me. Oh, and also, by the way, the GoFundMe link will be in the description below. But being tied in this house every single day, all day, is very depressing. It really does weigh on your mental health. I try to get outside as much as I can, but I did yesterday and it was hot. I didn't even read, but I sat out there 3 hours and it did do me some good. But as I stated, I think it was in my last video, I need to mingle with people. I need to be able to go to Walmart when I want to and get a Monster or drive to the park or something. But I'm tied here to the house. So anyway, I've shared the GoFundMe on my Facebook. I will share it here, my TikTok and Instagram. So far, nobody's donated anything. I'm not going to be let down if nobody donates anything. It is okay, because a lot of people are leery of other people if they're doing something wrong. And I don't blame them. Earth is difficult to live in nowadays. But I'll attach a picture of the scooter here. And the helmet here. I really like the helmet. I chose that scooter because it drives on the highway also. It goes up to decent speeds. I won't ride it on the highway. There's no way. But there are roads around here that's like 55 miles an hour. Those I may or may not ride on. But just in case, I chose that one. It was a reasonable price and it was all black. I love black, as you can tell. I had done my hair, or was that paint? I can't remember. But I bleached my hair, I know, in this shirt once, and I painted in this shirt. So it's stained, but it's one of my favorite baggy sweatshirts. And I'm not going to toss it in the trash. And also the scooter looks sturdy. It looks big and bulky, like it's made to withstand whatever. I don't even know where I was going with that, but withstand whatever that I didn't say. I am a little down today, but I'm trying hard to keep my head above water. And I hope some of you will take my advice on this situation to heart, because it truly does help you to go outside, to go for a small, short walk. I don't know why I said small. Sit in the backyard, sit on the grass if you need to, put your feet on the dirt, not the cement. And that does truly help your mental health. It doesn't get rid of it, but it eases it. And that is worth doing, in my opinion. And also, I'm craving extremely bad of doing a garden. Although the season for doing the garden outside is over, but I feel like, gosh, I want to do pots in the house with the dirt and put veggies in the pots and grow vegetables. I have 2 windows here. I could stick them in. I have gardened once, but it really wasn't a garden. And I don't even remember what I did. It was years ago. It was at least 25 years ago. I think I threw the seeds in the yard. I don't remember, but there was a dog. We had a dog. And we didn't eat any of it because I didn't think it through. He peed on it. So there was no way in hell that we were going to eat those vegetables with his urine on it. But I was pregnant and I had morning sickness and I didn't have it in me to go outside and tend to the garden. But now I'm all for it. I'm also craving to start canning also. I want to make my own jelly. I love jelly. I probably would ask my ex if we can go to my land and dig up a couple of blackberry bushes and plant them in the backyard. I love blackberry. I love blackberry jam. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I might even ask my daughter to go with me and do it. Do you guys have any plans for today? And if so, I hope they're grand. I hope that they make you happy. And I hope that you will be fulfilled by the end of the day. And I still catch myself looking around outside while I'm talking to you. It's very hard not to, because the sky is blue and it's a pretty blue and big white fluffy clouds. But yeah, one day I would like to meet you guys. I hope that I grow big enough where I do have a good income and I can travel, of course. I will go into cities that you're located in and have little group meetings, not meetings, get-togethers. And I would actually love that tremendously. My bed thumper hasn't been around lately since I had told it to ask its guides to help him cross over. Sometimes it's a big gap in time that he comes and thumps on my bed. So I'm waiting to see if that happens. I'm not sure if he has crossed or not, but if he has, he can still come and visit. So that doesn't tell me if he did cross over or not. Although he did cross over, but not in the correct area. I hope I'm explaining that right. For him to cross over to where he belongs is where I'm getting at, instead of lingering in a dimension and can't get out of it because he doesn't know how. I was so excited to see him with my own eyes during the day. I went to sleep last night and I got in bed like 7:30, took my pills and went to sleep. I was so groggy by the time they kicked in that I did actually go to sleep. I think it was around 9:30, 10. I woke up at 11:30 and was up all morning. And I think I laid down like at 7, maybe even 8, and slept until 11 this morning. I even took one of my new sleeping pills, one of them when I woke up after I was awake for a little bit, and it didn't put me to sleep. I'm like, come on. What is going on? I need to sleep. My body, it just wears down. It's like an elephant is on me. Not on my shoulders, but kind of like wrapped around my body and weighing it down. That's how I feel. Some of you may feel like an elephant sitting on your shoulders. But my body's like, you need sleep. Lay down. And then my body, once it lays down, is like, no, you're not going to sleep. It's not time yet. My sister's trying to sell the land where the blackberries are that I sold her a few years ago, and she's trying to sell it now. I don't know if she will succeed or not because it's almost an acre. You can build a house on it. Behind it is like a ravine. It goes down, and the lot is a lot of rock. But you can still build on it. There's houses on each side of the lot that's been built on. There is one flaw that I think is a flaw, my lot is in a circle at the very back. So when you're driving toward my house before the circle, it's at a decline. I think I said that right, I hope. And you go around the circle and it's still incline. You know what I'm talking about. I just don't know which one it is. But anyway, I thought, when it rains, does that lot flood? But I was told there is a way to fix that if you're going to build a house. And I can see it. You would build a curb and then maybe a cement indention on each side of the house for the rainwater to go that way instead of on your land. I just wish I would have bought land in an area where I could have built a tiny house, because I would have been in a much better place right now. I know that my lot that I currently have, it's a HOA kind of type thing, and you have to have specific specs, if that's the right word, to build a house. You have to have a certain color. You can't have RVs in view of the road. You have to put it behind your house or a fence. Same thing with a boat. You have to have a specific kind of fence. I think it's supposed to be a privacy fence, no chain link fence at all. Your house and certain areas of the city. Mine is in like a subdivision name. I can't remember what name it is. But the smallest house you can build in that area is 1,000 square feet. And she said, depending on which area, you could build other square feetage. I'm sure you know what I mean. But anyway, I got the one where the smallest is 1,000 square feet. Although I found some really good, cool looking house plans for 1,000 square feet. But at that time, I was trying to heal from a marriage I left that wasn't too great for me. And I was going through mental torment for a while, so I didn't work. And then when I learned the past life regression, I had to take the class, and it was almost $1,000. So I sold that land to my sister for $1,000 so I can take that course. I thought once I took the course and become qualified that when I posted it, you could post it in like the yellow pages on the internet for your city. I figured that I would have a lot of people coming to me, but I didn't. I've only had one reach out, and I think it was a spam person, if you want to call it that. He was going to drop off all of his kids that were young adults and have them go through hypnosis while he left and ran errands. And I told him, I'm not your babysitter. And so I stopped talking to him. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Why would I think it was 4 young adults, like in their early 20s. And I'm sitting there thinking, there's not enough time in one day to hypnotize as many people as you're dropping off. Hypnosis can last anywhere from 3 to 5 hours. And that is the beginning when we're talking about what they're looking for, why they want hypnotized, is there specific questions they want asked, write them down and things like that. And then when you hypnotize them, you can't hypnotize them for no longer than 2 hours. So I told him, I can't do 4. I think it was four of them, I think. I couldn't do 4 in one day. And then when I figured out he was just somebody who was wanting to stir the spam pot, I was like, see you later. So this is going to be another Let's Talk. And I'm sorry. Sometimes I just don't know what to talk about. And those days are sporadic and a little off kilter. I really hope you guys can understand my language as part of my cognitive impairment. Please keep that in mind and be patient. And yeah, I love you guys tremendously. I'm going to end it here. And I'm going to send each and every one of you love, light, and peace. Bye.